All right. So now it is that your girl's recording. Let's go ahead and let's get into this next reaction, shall we? Now, Sunny V2, I have not reacted to you in a while, but shout outs to you. 6ix9ine is verging on bankruptcy. Interesting enough, while it is we're talking about people that be saying and doing the most outlandish things, 6ix9ine definitely has made a name for himself. But going bankrupt was not part of the bingo card that I expected. So without further ado, let's go ahead. Let's start this up, shall we?
People have spotted 6ix9ine's supercars being towed by the IRS as he can't pay his taxes, with sources claiming he has debts of over $20 million. Paying this back now seems pretty unlikely, as 6ix9ine's recent album was such a massive flop, most people don't even know that he released something new.
He did? In 2023, June of 2023? He did? Damn, even I didn't even know.
Such a massive flop, most people don't even know that he released something new. Compare this to 2017, when 6ix9ine was undefeated. Everything he released became an instant hit, and no one can deny it. His unique style of music was pulling hundreds of millions of views, leading to a self-reported massive record deal, with 6ix9ine stating, "Right now I'm signing my life away to Illuminati for $7.5 million. Life is awesome." Only 4 months later, he'd land a headphone deal worth $4.9 million and was paid a six-figure sum just to feature Fashion Nova in one of his music videos. Well before this, 6ix9ine was already bragging, "I made $1 million this year and I bought a fake Rolex with it." Then only a year later, he was donating the same amount.
Since the last time I've been here, I donated close to $1 million just to community. Not to no foundations, just going on the street and giving out money.
He'd post multiple videos showing massive stacks of cash.
Does money dictate everything you do?
Fuck yes.
Protecting his $500,000 jewelry pieces.
You said fake Rolex? Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all this as of right now. Most people it is that are flashy with this because the way how old rich people do not flex this level of stuff. If anything, they will wear some regular clothes. You know, you would think it is that they're square, but they got investments like stocks, IRAs. They got all that stuff. It is like that. I mean, in thousands, millions, and sometimes it is I've seen. But celebrities, a lot of times I see wear fake jewelry, and I understand why. Because if you're a target, and if you know for a fact that people are gonna go ahead and be like, "Oh, I want this diamond chain," and stuff like that. We see people get killed for stuff like this. You know what I mean? We see people get pickpocketed and killed for wearing a certain type of chain and jewelry and all this other stuff. So in reality, I can see why people wear fake jewelry. Because at the end of the day, it is if I get robbed, then the nigga's stupid. Because you said a Stanley Cup. I've seen people fight. Jimmy, I've seen people fight in Target for a Stanley Cup, and I'm like, I could never. For a Stanley Cup, nah.
By dropping a further $100,000 on personal security for a 10-day LA trip. Here he'd sign yet another multi-million-dollar publishing deal, showing that the money was coming from his music. 6ix9ine's first album, Dummy Boy, sold over 1 million units, meaning it likely made over $10 million. However, he'd foolishly used the entire album to rap about committing crimes. For example, on Cuda, he'd proudly proclaim, "All my people really gangbang, talk that damn slang. Rap about it, do the same thing, let your nuts hang. We post up, we don't do the race, you gon' die today." Similarly, on Billy he'd add, "Get the F up out my effing face before I murder you. Whole squad full of killers, I'm a killer too. Send shots. Everybody get popped.
Sending shots. Everything I was rapping about was really happening.
Which certainly didn't help Tekashi's next chapter. 6ix9ine, rapper faces prison and sex offender registry. The article explained that 6ix9ine originally pleaded guilty in October 2015 to using a child in a sexual performance when he was 18. In a video posted online, a 13-year-old girl was seen engaging in oral intercourse while Tekashi stood behind her. The hip-hop star has since been arrested twice for allegedly choking a 16-year-old in a shopping center in Houston earlier this year. In May, he was also arrested for driving without a license, assaulting a police officer and obstructing governmental administration. 6ix9ine wasn't given leniency as he was using social media to promote a culture of violence and glorify gang activity, but while he did pay his bond of $155,000, the problems didn't end there. After finally closing the book on his 2015 child sex case, 6ix9ine and his associates went to Felipe Chow to celebrate the legal win with a lavish dinner. Things got ugly when the crew was denied entry into the restaurant as a brawl took place and gunshots rang off. A pair of 6ix9ine's entourage members and his manager are arrested for their involvement. One of the security guards working at the restaurant is reportedly hit over the head with a chair, thrown some robberies plus multiple shooting incidents, and 6ix9ine was facing a minimum of 47 years in prison.
I got federal agents sitting in front of my house. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars. One thing I fear in life. No, 2 things. I fear God and I fear the FBI. Only 2 things I'm scared of in life.
He'd infamously testify against 12 co-defendants,
thanks so much for the
I don't
100
give a fuck
biddies.
if I'm held accountable for what I did. Yes, I snitched, and I did it proudly.
which reduced his sentence to just 2 years, although it also completely destroyed his credibility. 6ix9ine snitching became a whole meme format, with people joking, 6ix9ine, I ain't no snitch. Judge, 47 years. 6ix9ine, ever noticed Dwayne Johnson looks like The Rock?
Listen. I don't care how tough you think it is that you are. Once it is that you are sworn in to court and the judge tells you, hey, listen, 47 years, you gotta look at that and be like, 47 years, and I am this age as of right now. I'm not getting out until it is. I am old. At that point, it is you gonna go ahead and you know, cooperate with the police and the judge too, to be honest with you, because at this rate, at this point in time, you gotta look at it and be like, hey, listen, reducing your time or you be in prison and then you deal with all different types of stuff, you get treated less than all that once it is you're there.
Tell on everybody.
At this rate, listen, if a judge will just be like, hey, listen, you're going to get 47 years to life. You know what? You ever realize that how it is that this person looked? You know, the way how it is that they would look onto their IG stories or on their streams and stuff. Yeah, like, they live on this particular person. Their mama go to this particular church. She works at this particular hospital, this and this. She usually works 12-hour shifts. She gets 2 days off throughout the week. I would snitch so bad. I mean, it's the same thing with Gunna. Some people don't even like Gunna because of the fact that he snitched. The streets don't like snitches. They don't. But you gotta think of it like this. It's like, hey, listen. If I gotta sit there and take that time, those same people it is that wouldn't do the same for me. You gotta think of it that way. If these people that are mad at you for snitching, if they was in your shoes, would they go ahead? Would they not do the same thing? It's like, shit. The judge, 47 years. You ever notice Ari looks like That's fair.
Implying he'd
That's
say
fair.
anything to get a lighter sentence. He was therefore also memed as a Karen, whilst others joked, imagine spending 7 years in college to become a lawyer, and your client shows up to court like,
Would you snitch? Hell yeah, I would. It's 47 years in prison, not jail, prison. Prison got real killers, shooters, murderers, all different types of people that's in there. And may I add to this, those people get real pissed off based off of like if you did like a white collar, you know, crime and whatnot, they don't give a fuck about that. But the moment it is that like, oh, what you in here for? I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm way too pretty and way too feminine for me to be in prison. I am way too feminine and way too pretty to be in prison. That'll be something I'll be fearful for my every waking day of my life. And even when the lights go out and what it is that they said it is bedtime or whatever, because I think the time is like at 10 or something like that. Nobody's safe. Absolutely not. Nope.
Like this. The legal process also cost 6ix9ine a fortune.
How much money have you spent on legal fees this year? Too much, right?
Yeah, like $500,000.
That's what I'm saying.
But being sent off to prison only made him more popular. He signed a $10 million record deal whilst behind bars, and after being released only 6 months later, 6ix9ine claimed on Instagram, "I got out of jail $20 million richer."
First day home, you see the vibes, man. King New York's home, man. I'm on house arrest, so come on, let's go.
This was supported by a range of extravagant purchases, with TMZ reporting he'd bought a fleet of luxury vehicles that includes an Aventador, McLaren Rolls-Royce, Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon, and a Range Rover.
All 4 cars, Lamborghini Aventador, Wraith, McLaren, G-Wagon, all mine, all bought out.
Tekashi's getting iced out too. We're told he splurged on 4 timepieces, including a Richard Mille watch, and dropped another $300,000 on a chain shaped like a shark.
This is $500,000, $500,000. Look at the diamonds in them teeth. And nobody got this watch. If you don't got this watch right here, you a little boy to me. I'll kiss you on your forehead. You a little boy. Sit down. King's home. It's over.
He'd then purchased this insane piece of jewelry, bragging on Instagram $1 million on a chain. Best chain in the game. My chain costs more than your whole chain piece and watch. LeMayo, you know who run the city. In a different post, he bragged 15,000 sold out show Istanbul, Turkey. 500,000 for 40 minutes. He'd show off his earnings in videos such as this one.
You got 1 house right here, 2 houses right here, 3 houses right here, 4 houses right here, 5 houses right here, maybe 2 houses right there. You feel me?
Spending 50.
That is insane. Damn, that is insane. That is insane. And now I gotta ask a question on just like, did you not think about just like...
Judge, you looking at 47 years. 6ix9ine. I know what Reaper King looks like under his maw. Racks pew pew. 6ix9ine. NVM.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, Reaper King. Oh my goodness. I gotta ask this question on just like, we seeing like, oh, my voice cracked. We are seeing the amount of purchases of like a house that's on like a chain and stuff like that. But we really gotta ask the question of this at the end of the day. Did you at least flip that money into like stocks? Like, yeah, like, did you invest into that money? Because now I gotta ask this question. It's just like something at the end of the day that's residual income. Because to be honest with you, all this, like, I hate this, unfortunately, because some people that are, especially younger generations, will be able to look at that and will be like, oh, well, I can't wait to go ahead and get this type of car, this, and this. You got to be really realistic. You got to get to a less than 10%er in income holder in order to see some type of money like that, to even qualify to even be into the dealership of a car that's that damn expensive. And then on top of that too, when you are at that point, you get hit with a higher tax bracket than anybody else, because it is like, hey, listen, you rich, right? Let's go ahead. Unless if it is a Mr. Orange Man in office goes ahead and tries to lower the taxes for the rich, which I'm pretty sure he's probably going to do something like that anyway. But imagine when you get to that point, it's like, you know what I mean? Like, with all that damn taxes and stuff like that, like don't be wrong, it's cool to get like a nice little car, you know what I'm saying, a penthouse and stuff like that. Like, it's cool to splurge, but you know, put it in something, you know what I mean? But why would you flex after coming out of prison though? Because everybody was talking about how it is, like, oh, he's gonna die. It's like, oh, he ain't gonna make it. He's a snitch. He ain't gonna make it. He ain't, you know, there was people that sitting there counting down, making fake countdowns to when it is that he was gonna get pew-pewed. That's why he was flexing. But the flexing, unfortunately, you know what I mean?
1,000 of it at the Gucci store
Causing
in
his
under
demise.
10 minutes. He then vowed every week I will try to give at least 50,000 away to someone random for people in need, all the while his music was still performing well. His song Goober, released a month after his last day in jail, gained 45 million views in its first 24 hours. This made it the biggest 24-hour debut for a hip-hop video in YouTube history, after which 6ix9ine also broke the record for the most viewers ever in an Instagram Live. Everyone, he's gonna be irrelevant when he comes out of jail. 6ix9ine, #1 on Apple Music and breaking records. Who y'all think is the king in New York? 1 month later, he'd put out Trolls, which again gained 45 million views in only 24 hours, debuting at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. 6ix9ine celebrated his post-prison success. However, as it turns out, this would be his peak. Goober and Trolls became part of the album Tattletales, which didn't perform so well. Despite the noise, 6ix9ine's Tattletales album headed for underwhelming chart debut. It sold just 55,000 album units, making it his worst performing project ever. One of 6ix9ine's rivals, Trippie Redd, laughed at the album's poor performance, which was especially embarrassing as 6ix9ine previously said this:
Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie.
The number of listeners per song wasn't lying either, with Joe Budden calling the album a likely financial disaster. He'd state that projections are lower than what it would take for an artist who travels with 9 and 10 security guards everywhere he goes. That's the part that the public never really deciphers. It's not who flopped and who didn't, it's what comes in versus what's spent. And this kid, it takes a lot for him to move around. Anthony Fantano gave the album a 3, but more notably stated,
"From here, I'm not really seeing an increase in quality because I think 6ix9ine is just diving even deeper into using social media and antics and drama and clout chasing as a crutch to supplement his career."
Which turned out to be correct. Rather than focusing on making incredible music, 6ix9ine seemed more concerned with social media fame. He began spending time with Steve Will Do It, who gave 6ix9ine the chance to make some extra money. Steve worked with Rumble to get him a streaming deal, which paid 6ix9ine $2 million just to stream for an hour per week. However, if 6ix9ine didn't fulfill the contract, Steve would have to pay Rumble the $2 million himself. Well, 6ix9ine took the money, then went live on Rumble only 4 times before quitting.
I got him a deal, right, to play video games once a week for an hour, $2 million up front.
This hurts my heart so bad, bro. This hurts my heart so bad. I don't even be on Rumble. What? I don't even be on Rumble. $2 million up front just to stream an hour a week? You could have gave that shit to Yo-Yo. You could have gave that to Yo-Yo 808 himself. Oh my God. It's another streaming platform to where most of the red pill streamers go to. You know Yo-Yo only streams for an hour. I don't know why y'all acting like it is that I'm the villain because it is that I said it. I may say this, but you know what I'm saying? He's still my dog though. You know what I mean? Love Yo-Yo dearly. You know what I mean? But we gotta call it for what it is, gang. He'll be on stream for an hour. The same time it is that I'm streaming as right now is 1 hour and 19 minutes. He would have been like, all right, well, I'm gonna go now. Bye. You can't sit there and say this is I'm lying. But you mean to tell me it is to stream for an hour and then you get $2 million an hour a week and get $2 million? What? This just pissed me off, bro.
Just doesn't do anything.
Steve further revealed,
He had no money at the time, and he needed money to buy Birkin bags for all these black chicks and give away money to make his girlfriend jealous. That's literally like the factual story.
explaining 6ix9ine lied just to get the money.
He told the company, I need $2 million up front so I can buy a content house. The guy's an idiot.
Essentially, having been scammed out of $2 million, Steve exposed 6ix9ine further, showing he hadn't been supporting his daughter.
I said, how much money has he given to his daughter for 5 years? He said 20,000, right?
That's 4,000 a year.
4,000 a year, right? I've seen him get paid like over $10 million in 1 year.
Steve then disclosed on a podcast that in addition to the $2 million he was owed, 6ix9ine also owed $10 million to the IRS, $9.8 million to a stripper he hit with a bottle, $600,000 on a house lien, and $60,000 to a home builder. Steve Will Do It concluded, dude, he's such a broke loser. Literally such a broke loser. And he's just a nasty person in general. In addition to his previous debts, 6ix9ine was ordered to pay $1 million in robbery restitution, although he'd respond by stating, I ain't got it right now. When the judge then referenced this video, 6ix9ine admitted that was prop money. I ain't got it. I'm an entertainer and obviously we talking about it, so I did a pretty good job at entertaining people. You know how you have a degree in law? I have a degree in entertainment. But it seems the lawyers representing him weren't getting paid either, especially after his ex-girlfriend also sued him for $1 million, claiming 6ix9ine posted revenge porn of her online and physically and emotionally abused her. However, 6ix9ine couldn't even afford his credit card bill, let alone his taxes, leading the IRS to show up at his house and seize some of his cars. Clearly in financial strife, 6ix9ine made another album, although if you don't remember any hype around it, it's because there simply wasn't any. Whilst his two previous projects had some commercial success, Leyenda Viva didn't chart in any country. On Rate My Music, it scored lower than 1 out of 5 stars, and with only a couple million listens per song, it's no surprise people have called it one of the most boring albums I've ever listened to. 6 months later, he put out Blackballed, which seems to have performed even worse, excluding one hit single with Kodak Black. Seemingly out of pure desperation, 6ix9ine promoted crypto.
I just released the dummy coin. For the first 2,000 holders who buy into the dummy coin, you will be selected to do a meet and greet here in Romania.
After which he was
Yeah, anytime it is that people do this, pack your bags, bro. Yeah, nah. Nope. When you start getting into like buying a dummy coin or whatnot, you about to get scammed. The same all you gotta do is hug to her and spit on that thing. She tried to do the same thing too, and she didn't know what it is that she was promoting when it is she was trying to tell people that. Don't waste your time.
Actually offered a lifeline. Tekashi 6ix9ine. I signed a new record deal for $6 million plus. It explained Tekashi is being paid $1 million for the album, which will feature 10 songs, and he's gonna make $250,000 for every concert of an upcoming tour. This all adds up to Tekashi potentially pocketing over $6 million, all held under one main condition: he doesn't get arrested. Well, just 1 month ago, 6ix9ine again went back to jail for violating parole terms on his initial main prison stint. In the process, he tested positive for meth twice, so despite being released after 40
Meth? Damn, gang. And not even a little bit of weed. Meth? Damn. And mind you, I don't even smoke weed. Damn, you taking hard drugs. Oh my God. Hard drugs. My goodness.
45 days, it seems 6ix9ine's life-saving record deal won't be going forward.
Damn. How does he get into meth? I mean, anybody can able to take some drugs, but my goodness. Oh. Wow. Sunny V2, shout outs to you. Thank you so much for the video. Shout outs to y'all in the chat. Shout outs to you at home. And I will catch y'all in the next video.